Hello and welcome to the People First podcast. Today we are delighted to welcome another great local organisation called Purple Patch. We are excited to learn more about Purple Patch and share what they do with our listeners. We are also joined by Teghan and Amy, who are members of our office team, who also attend Purple Patch.
Could you introduce yourself and tell us what Purple Patch is?
So first of all, thank you very much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. So my name's Jessica and I'm the CEO at Purple Patch Arts. And we are fundamentally a day service with a difference. So we have 12 lifelong learning programmes across Yorkshire, 2 of which are in Skipton, 1 in Harrogate. We're also in Ilkley, Bradford and Leeds as well. And people come to us largely for 1 day a week, sometimes 2 days a week. We hire community venues and we basically do learning differently. So we provide inclusive and creative education on all sorts of subjects.
Why and when did Purple Patch first started?
That's a really good question. So Purple Patch first started in 2009, so we're 16 years old now. And the reason Purple Patch first began was because the founders saw that there wasn't a service for learning disabled people that was focused on learning for the sake of learning. So there are some wonderful services that are out there, but often those services have an end result, you know, a drama production or a community art project. Whereas at Purple Patch, we're about learning without there being any end point.
Which Purple Patch do you work at?
I run the company, Jason.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But I used to be the programme leader at Skipton,
Oh,
where
yeah.
Amy goes, yeah.
I got a friend there.
Yeah.
Are you new?
Wonderful.
Yes.
What kind of things do you do at Purple Patch?
I've been at Purple Patch a long time, in 20 years. I done a Harrogate one and then Gibson. Can't remember where.
So I think you've been with us the whole time, Amy, right?
Yeah.
You came to Harrogate, then to Skipton, so the whole 16 years you've been part of Purple Patch.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done artwork, acting, and warm up, all that, cool down.
What about craft?
No, do artwork
Can you remember any of our themes?
thing.
What's our theme for this year?
It's selection.
Connection, that's right. And do you remember what you were doing last week at Purple Patch?
That was Marcus or staff.
Yes.
Marcus, a new person, well, called Katie, Natalie.
Yeah, so obviously Amy's talked a bit there about our themes and the different sorts of activities we do. And there are the lifelong learning programmes are sort of the backbone of our work. That's the main thing that we do. But we also do lots of other projects and we train other organisations in how to be accessible people and in our approach. We do a project called Move On Up, which is all about helping young people to transition out of education and into adult services. And then all the activities that Amy beautifully talked about then, we do all of those different sort of creative arts, but all with a theme attached to them. So we're learning all the time.
We do Roblox, making Roblox things.
What different kind of people come to Purple Patch?
Wonderful. So we have about 130 people who come to our lifelong learning programmes every week permanently. And as you've heard, Amy's been coming since the day we opened 16 years ago. So Amy and Teghan come to Purple Patch. But there are people of every age and ability and disability that you could imagine. So our age range, the youngest person that comes to Purple Patch is 19, and the oldest person that comes to Purple Patch, who some of you might know actually because she lives quite locally, is 79, and then every age in between. And then there is a lot of cultural diversity as well, because we're working in various different areas with different types of people in them. There is a lot of cultural diversity within our participants as well. So we work with anybody and everybody, and all are welcome.
Can you explain the Purple Patch approach?
I can. So at the core of what we do at Purple Patch is a formula, and the formula has been there since the very beginning. So over the past 16 years, lots of things have grown and changed and evolved, but the formula always stays the same. And it's two things. It's creative arts, so they are dance, drama, music, movement, literature and visual arts. And then the other side of the formula is inclusive and accessible learning methods. So they are group activity, imaginative discovery, physical experience, gamification, which is a posh word for playing games. And I'm sure I've forgotten one or two, but you'll get the idea.
What is the Purple Research Group?
I love that you've asked me about this. Can I just add, award-winning Purple Research Group, thank you very much. They won an award, the University of Leeds Research Culture Award for Equity, Diversity and Inclusion, which we're very, very proud of. But let me tell you what they are. So the Purple Research Group came about because a wonderful lady called Melissa did a PhD in the impact of our work. And it was amazing. And we call her Dr. Purple now. She's actually a doctor, not like a medical doctor, a PhD doctor. So we call her Dr. Purple. And part of her PhD was the formation of the Purple Research Group, which is a group of our own participants who have kind of created this almost independent group, still part of Purple Patch, but independent from the programmes. And they engage in all sorts of different types of research. And their vision is for learning disabled people to be a part of all research. And it's actually quite shocking that that doesn't happen very much. So they've got very big plans, and they are making waves in helping researchers make research accessible for learning disabled people, and also helping people understand how to engage learning disabled people in research.
Why is it important that people with learning abilities have the chance to take the part in creative activities?
So at Purple Patch Arts, we believe that creativity is fundamental to supporting people's health and well-being. And we know that on average, learning disabled people die 20 years earlier than the general population. It's a really shocking statistic. And part of that reason is because part of the reason for that is because of health inequality. Lots of learning disabled people don't get the same access to support, or aren't given the opportunities to learn skills and gain knowledge and understand themselves, other people in the world around them. So that's why what we do is so important, because we're addressing those health inequalities, and we believe as well that knowledge is power. So the more we can help learning disabled people learn about themselves, other people and the world around them, the more they will understand that they have choice, they have autonomy, they can access different things in the community, they can have a voice, and that they are a really, really important and valued member of society. So as the chair of our board once beautifully put it, this is not just tea and biscuits. This is really important work that we're doing.
What is your favourite part of going to Purple Patch?
Listening to Marcus when he sings like a single cat. That's the definite.
I like a warm up.
The warm-up, yeah.
I've done that with Marcus lots of times. Sometimes I remember James a long time.
Yeah.
I won't let me see it.
This is a podcast, Amy. Nobody can see you.
Sit on me in my grave, in his eyes in me, I are brother. And then that song I with Marcus.
Oh, Amy, that was beautiful.
I can
Amy.
never work, I can't remember.
So, Amy, you've mentioned Marcus and James, who are and were members of staff.
Yeah.
Both of them do a lot of music, and then the warm-up has lots of music in. So is that something?
One of them called Katie one. They have to do together.
Yeah.
The warm-ups, they mix songs.
Yes. So our theme this year is
Who does that
connection.
one?
Yeah. Amy's signing connection.
Connection.
Yes. And then in the warm-up, it's a mashup of songs, isn't it? That all relate to the theme. And we all dance together. Do you love the dancing together and the signing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sang it together.
Do you have any favourite activities that we do?
So I don't care that.
So, like, do you like dancing, doing art, singing, stories? What's your favourite?
I like artwork is like do one thing. Like a book got one, like in a book. Like a posters, colour pictures. Can't remember.
Something that I've seen you do a lot, Amy, which I love, is when you've kind of taken a theme and brought your own interest to it. What I'm talking about here is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always a bit of Harry Potter where you are, isn't there, Amy?
Yeah, I am Harry Potter fan now.
Yeah.
Had a daughter like Harry Potter. That's my I had a quilt. I got a new cup and a bottle of Harry Potter.
You've got a new Harry Potter cup and bottle, did you say?
It's not a bit like water bottle.
Water bottle, yeah. Wonderful.
What's Papa Patch like 26?
Well, the plan for 2026 is to keep doing what we're doing because we're having a lovely time, aren't we, Amy? We have so many different themes that we cover at Purple Patch, and we believe that our participants can learn about anything and everything. We don't see any barriers to the information that people can access. So we might be learning about Shakespeare, arts and culture, science, health and well-being, current affairs, relationships. There's lots of different things that we talk about, learn about and explore at Purple Patch. But what's really key this year is we're putting in place what we call our future direction. So we have done over the past couple of years our pioneering participant consultation, and so we're moving towards being led by our participants and their lives and wants and needs and wishes as much as we possibly can be. And that's what the participant consultation has been about. It's about asking all of our participants not just how they feel at Purple Patch and what they want to learn, but about their lives and about what makes them happy and about their key moments of their lives and things that they might struggle with. And ways that they might like the world to change. And so from the participant consultation process, we've identified 3 areas, and they are co-production, so our participants being actively involved in the design and delivery of our work across the organisation, not just in programmes. Social connections, which our participants have told us is the number one most important thing to them, certainly in terms of coming to Purple Patch. So we want to really grow and develop their social connections at Purple Patch, but outside in their wider communities as well. And then the other one is reflection. So there is a very interesting model of learning called Kolb's model of experiential learning, and it's a learning cycle. And what Kolb's model says is that in order to learn something new and remember it, you need to reflect on it, Adam's nodding, and apply it to your own life. And we don't know for sure. If anybody hears this and knows any different, then please do get in touch with us. But we don't think that anybody has ever used Kolb's model of experiential learning with learning disabled people before. So we're very excited about embedding these things in our programmes this year, and it won't fundamentally change them. It's just going to make them even better.
If someone was interested in joining Purple Patch or want to find out more images, how could they do that?
Yeah, so please do follow us on social media at Purple Patch Arts. We also have a website, which is purplepatcharts.org, and then we have a wonderful outreach coordinator called Megan, and Megan is the person to get in touch with if anybody might be interested in joining us. Her email address is megan@purplepatcharts.org, and her phone number is 07510 330 105.
This all the time to have for today. We like to say a big thank you to Jessica of coming in and shared info about Purple Patch with us on the show today. It's great to learning more about another great group. Thank you as all well to Amy and Teghan for telling us about their time at Purple Patch as well. Do anyone have anything else to add in before we the end of the show?
Just thank you for having me on your wonderful podcast, and yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed, don't forget to find us on social media to find out more about what we do and our upcoming interviews. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, X and Instagram by searching for the People First podcast. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.